What's up, everybody? Yes, my energy is super high because it is season 2 of the Finding Your Voice podcast. Wow. I'm going to insert some laughs. Not laughs, claps in there. I am so excited to be here. My energy is going to be really high. So, Solomon, let me know if my levels are okay. Solomon is back on the 1s and 2s.
Yes,
on
I
the
am.
cameras. Yeah. We are here, season 2. I'm so excited to be here. I want to welcome any of you who are new. If you're listening for the first time, my name is Michael B. And we are the Finding Your Voice podcast. So we amplify and share stories from people who don't normally get to be heard. So whether you're here for the first time or you've been listening, because some of y'all have been pretty loyal up in the DMs being like, where's season 2? And I'm like, hold on, give me a moment. We're here. And I have an amazing guest for season 2 to kick it off. Let me just cut right into the little bio because it is a lot, okay? So here we go. NASI is an artist born and raised in Germany with Iranian roots. She obtained her bachelor's degree from UC Irvine in theater arts, theater kid, okay. Extensively trained at South Coast Repertory and was mentored by Sonia Cook. After having performed at many local theaters and acted in various short films, NASI has established a strong presence in the LA and OC music scenes as a vocalist. She has performed at venues across Southern California and is open for artists like the Grammy-nominated Hot 8 brass band, as well as many Persian stars. Most recently, she sang backup for a Persian rock star, the Shah, with more exciting things in store this year, including her first feature film slated for release later this year. Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm in celebrity town right now. Please welcome my best friend. I truly love that she's here to kick off season 2. I couldn't think of anyone else to kick off season 2 with. Please welcome my special guest, NASI NASSIRI.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. You have quite the bio. I was like looking at it and I'm like, oh my God, you've done so much. I'm so excited you're here.
Thank you so much. I'm very honored to kick off your season 2. Congratulations,
Oh my God,
by the
thank
way,
you.
on
Thank
your
you.
amazing podcast.
I appreciate it. I love that we're coordinated.
I
That's
know.
great.
Look at us
Yes.
matching. I love it.
Yes, you
I
look.
love it.
I was saying before we started recording that you look like like an absolute star, like
Oh
a
my
soap
God.
star. I mean, look at the makeup, the glam.
Thank
I love the flowers and
you. Like the
everything.
flowers?
Yes,
Very spring.
yes,
Well, last week was Nowruz, which is Persian New Year.
yes.
So I've been wearing like my flower clothes and like my flower jewelry. Just
love
to
it.
kind of symbolize the spring and the start of the new year.
So Persian New Year, for those of you that may not know, like,
Mhm.
can you explain like what that is and like how long do you celebrate for or whatnot?
Yes, so Persian New Year is Nowruz. It's
Mhm.
called Nowruz, which literally translated means new day. So it's between, I think it's between March 19th and the 21st.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on, I think, oh gosh, you want to, don't quote me, but I think it just depends on like the, where the sun falls at a specific time.
So poetic.
Yes, and
poetic.
what I love about this holiday is that it's not religious. People can make it religious, but it's more connected to the earth.
Oh, I'm an earth
And
sign.
yes, and it
Yes.
symbolizes the start of spring and a new year. So that's why I love it.
And it's a new season.
Yes,
season
look
2.
at that.
I have not seen you. I can't remember the last time I saw you.
I think I saw you last year.
What were we doing? Where were
What
we?
were we doing? I don't know.
Did I just visit you? It was like a random thing.
I think you might have come to my house.
Yeah.
I think you did.
Yeah. And I hung out with the kids.
You
and-
did.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my
my
gosh.
son still asks about you. He's like, I want Michael to come
Oh.
over. It's because you played so nicely with them.
I know.
And you like treat them like a friend as opposed to, oh my God, you're so cute. Hi, how you doing?
Well, because they're kids and they,
Yeah.
you know, I have my goddaughter, Jovi. Like, I love her to death. And my mom always says I'd be great with kids.
How old is she?
She's 2 now.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh,
Yeah.
she's 2 already?
Yeah. It's
Time
crazy.
flies.
I know. And she's like speaking like more eloquently than most kids. Like she's like singing and she's also in tune as well. So
Oh my
she's a
gosh.
star. So look out for my goddaughter Jovi.
Oh my gosh.
But
so cute.
yeah, and but your kids, Luca.
Yeah, Luca is the little one.
Uh-huh.
He's gonna be 4
Oh
in
my
May.
God.
I can't believe it. It just goes by so fast. I mean, this is also the reason why I haven't seen you in forever. Is because
Yes.
life,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yes.
being a mom,
Yes.
being a musician, being a teacher. So it's just a lot.
You do so much. So Luca and then the other
Luca
kid,
and then Leon.
your
Leon will be
firstborn.
7. Yeah, he'll be 7 in November.
Yeah.
Oh
I was
gosh,
I
feel
was
like they were
looking.
just born.
Yeah, my phone like came up with like some memories, and
Mhm.
it was. I think there was one time where you drove. It was after you shot whatever film or whatever that was,
Mhm.
and you came by, and then you just stopped by unannounced. I was like, oh my God, yes! And then we hung out for like an hour in front of my front
Just in
yard
front of your house.
with your
Yeah.
kids and your
I
husband, and
know.
yeah, and I
We took
just
that one picture together.
we did.
Yeah.
It was
Aw.
cute. Yeah.
That was
So
2 years ago already.
was it 2 years ago?
I think so.
That's crazy.
2 or 3 actually.
Yeah. I
2, yeah.
I cherish every moment that I have to see you because I know ever since you
Same.
become married and you had kids, there was definitely a dynamic shift in our
Yeah.
communication. And there were moments where, I mean, just to be frank, I was like, oh my God, I don't think Nazi likes me anymore. Like she doesn't want to hang out with me anymore. And
I know you
you know,
shared that with me.
you kind of grow out of that, but I'm glad that we find ways to rekindle and to still create. So can you talk a bit about
Absolutely.
balancing what that's like being a mom and then also
Yeah.
being an artist? Because you're not only a mom, you're also a vocalist, you're an acting coach.
Yeah.
What other fucking side hustles do you do? What do you not do?
I do everything. Everything creative. Well, let me first of all say thank you for holding space for me and my life. I know it's really difficult to have a really close friend just kind of go off and do their own thing, like get married and have kids. And I know me getting married wasn't like 3 years in the making. It was like 2 months in the making. Right? Remember I called you up. I'm like, hey, so I'm getting married. You're like,
And then
what?
you asked me to sing at your wedding. It was
Yeah, and you
beautiful.
sang at my wedding.
I did.
It was beautiful, and I will
Mhm.
never forget that. And but you were like, "What? You're getting married to who?" You're like,
It was quite
"Who?"
fast. Folks at home, it was quite fast. And I was like, as friends, you're like, red flag. Oh, okay. But you just want to support if you were happy.
Totally, and I
Yeah.
appreciated you supporting me for sure. And yeah, it definitely shifted because as a woman, when you get pregnant
Mhm.
and you give birth to a human, I mean, if you think about it, that's insane. Like we make humans in our bodies. We grow a whole new organ.
New day,
While-
new baby, who it is. Yeah.
yeah. And it just changes you completely, right? It
Mhm.
changes your hormones. You lose yourself. You lose your identity. And then you have to find your voice again.
Oh.
Dun dun dun.
She did research.
So it's taken quite some time to find my voice, and I'm still in the process. I feel like a lot of us are still in the process, and that's okay. I think there's a big misconception about having to figure it all out when you're a teenager or in your 20s, but that's not the case at all. Guys, that is not the case at all. People take their time, and there is no blueprint for how it's supposed to be. It's just you have to take every day as it comes and try to be better and try to be true to yourself.
Mhm.
And yes, so going back to becoming a mother,
Yeah, absolutely.
not just once, but twice. Oof. Oh, guys, I'm tired. I'm tired. I survive on caffeine.
Yeah, I told her before, I was like, we can cuss here. If you want to get it out, get it out. So
Yes, I will, because I spend most of my time with children during the day. I mean, they go to school, but I try not to cuss in front of my kids, but sometimes I do.
that's
So
okay. You're
funny.
human.
The other day, something happened. My older one, Leon, he wasn't listening to me.
Yeah.
And then I walked away. I was like, fucking Christ. And then my little one, Luca, he walked after me. He's like, did you say fuck? And I'm like,
And there's
I'm like, no, honey, I said fudge.
yeah.
And he's
Now you gaslighting your own child.
it's for their own benefit.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I have to say, they really ground me. They ground me. They bring me back to reality, you know?
Mm.
Like I'll be with them, I'll do laundry. I look like a homeless person. I drop off and pick up. Like, you know, being in the Persian music community, I perform a lot and a lot of people, like Persian people know me.
Mhm.
So sometimes they'll see me at drop off and pick up and they'll be like, "Hi, do we know each other?" And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe you've seen me perform. And they're like, "Yes, you performed. Yes, you performed at Cabaret Tehran or, you know, whatever. Or you performed at that concert." I'm like, yeah, that's me. I don't usually look like this.
Yeah. I'm just looking at like the like those two side by side photos in my head of like
Yes.
you as a mom and then you on stage.
Yes. Just
Vastly
like the
different.
grumpy, like,
Yeah. Stars.
not
They're just
hair
like
done,
us. Yeah.
no makeup, just exhausting.
As real as it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then so I spend time with them trying to just be the gentle parent as much as possible.
Mhm.
And then I have to, you know, put on my makeup, do my hair, get dressed up, and it's fun. It's actually really fun. Like I'm really grateful that this is my job
Yeah.
because I get to play dress up, I guess you could
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
And then I'm off to entertain people and touch people's hearts and, you know, make them have an amazing time, just
Yeah.
depending on what gig it is. And it's like two different
I would imagine.
personas.
Yeah, I would imagine like the fulfillment of it all as a mom and as an artist are vastly different. Where is your heart like in terms of you as an artist? Like when you're on that stage, do you I'm sure you carry the weight of being a mom on stage and bringing and feeling that to your performance. But I would
Yeah,
only imagine that everything that you've gone through up to this point just kind of fuels you as an artist.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So going through childbirth,
Yeah.
live childbirth,
That's
no,
right.
I
Yeah.
had no medication.
Yeah.
It was unmedicated.
Oh my
I
God.
was in a pool. The second time, it was like in a pop-up pool. The first time was in a bathtub. So it was like natural birth. After going through an experience like that, I can't even, there are no words to explain what it feels like. There is pain, but you know that your body is made for it.
Mm.
Like it just makes you feel so strong. Like, fuck, I did that. I just gave birth to a human and then to a second human.
You did twice. Yeah.
Yeah, twice. So after experiencing that, there's really nothing in this world
Can't do.
that I can't do.
I love that.
Like I gave birth to two humans. I grew them and then I gave birth.
And
Naturally.
you are an amazing mom.
Thank you so much.
I just
I
remember
tried to
like
be.
no, you don't try. You are. You are. When I go and I visit you and I see how you interact, like you code switch. Like you can be from like the best friend to like Leon. No, like
No,
yeah,
don't do
you
it.
just
Stop.
are you have such grace and such patience, and I know what it's like because I've been in the house because you also do live not only with your husband and two kids, but you also live with your parents,
Yeah.
which you're squeezing my hand really hard. But I wanted to give a little context to viewers at home because they might not know who you are. But Nazi and it's weird saying your name. We need to get this out of the way.
It's super weird to call him Michael.
Yeah, because we have this inside joke, and you're familiar with the internet meme, Linda, listen. I call Nazi Linda. So if at any point you're like, why is he calling her Nazi? I mean, why is he
Linda.
calling her Linda? It's because of that. So just
Yes.
give context.
Yeah,
It just
we
feels
don't
weird. I'm like,
call
I
each
keep
other.
saying Nazi. I'm like, that feels weird.
It feels really strange.
Yeah,
To call
don't
you
call me
Michael.
that.
I know.
I'm
I feel like when I call you Michael, it's like I'm mad at you.
yeah, I know.
Michael.
Nazi.
That's weird.
But Linda, yeah.
I
so.
know. Linda's different. And
Yeah.
we've called each other that since we met
Did
each
you
other.
start it? I feel like you did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
you
think
did.
we did. I think I did. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh wait, you call each other Linda.
We call each other
Yes.
Linda.
Oh, okay.
What did you think, Solid?
I thought I was waiting for her to say the nickname that she called you.
Oh, no. It's both. We call
No,
each other
it's
Linda.
both.
And then it's
Got it.
gotten to the point where her mom goes, why are you calling him Linda?
You know, I think Leon one time I was on the phone with you. I'm like, Linda, how are you? And he goes, that was Michael. Why'd you call him Linda? I'm like, I'll explain it to you when you're older.
Yeah, when you're older. So just context. But going back to, again, that dynamic of like living at home with your kids and
Yeah.
your parents.
It's definitely a struggle. What I've tried to do, lately is I've tried to practice gratitude a
Mm,
lot.
mm.
I'm grateful for what I have. I'm grateful so that the negative, the downsides can be kind of swept under the rug
A little bit, yeah.
a little bit. Um, it's hard because my husband, he is not Persian. He's Polish and he grew up in Poland and then partially he was in Sweden. So he comes from a different culture
Mm,
and there are a lot of clashes.
mhm,
Something that in his culture might be perceived as just, setting a boundary or speaking out
mhm.
is perceived as rude in my culture. And I'm sure you can relate to that,
Oh, yeah,
you know.
absolutely. Yeah.
So it's been quite a challenge to all live together. But I don't think I would want it any other way. My husband would disagree. He'd be like, "No, I don't want this. I want to move out.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want us to live separately."
yeah.
But truly, if you think about it, like for the kids, isn't it better to have more adults around
And from different
from
generations
different
to be exposed to
generations?
that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not to mention, we have built-in babysitters.
That's true. And you gotta pay them. They like they,
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, we pay them in love.
And love. I was gonna say that
We
love.
gave them grandchildren.
Because yeah,
That's their payment.
exactly. I gave you that, so
Exactly.
enjoy
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
No, I'm really grateful that my parents are around. I mean, let's say I get a gig somewhere during the week. Like
Mhm.
someone calls me up, like, "Hey, we need you for filming tomorrow. Can you bring your husband to do, I don't know, BTS
Yeah.
footage?" Because he's actually a videographer and photographer too.
Mhm.
Um, I could call up my dad, be like, "Hey, can you please make yourself available tomorrow?"
Yeah.
And he would do it, and he's never really let me down. So
I think having that safety net is that's great.
it's
Because a lot of people,
necessary.
there's some moms that are single moms, even
It's so hard. I don't know how
that don't have that, or they don't even have the support of their own parents.
Yeah, and I don't know how they do it. It's so hard.
Yeah.
It's especially in today's world. Like everything costs so much money.
Eggs.
E-
Yeah.
Eggs, toilet
Absolutely.
paper,
Yeah.
paper
Everything.
towels.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
Right? Everything. It just doesn't make sense. And back in the day, if you think about it, back in the day, you weren't meant to give birth and then go back to work 4 months after and then live alone with your partner, your
Mhm.
husband.
Mhm.
It wasn't like that.
Mhm.
Like there's a reason why it was called It Takes a Village, right? It takes a village to raise your kids.
Yes.
And that's exactly what it is.
You have your village at home.
I do.
We have a village at home.
I know. We do. Yeah, literally. We
Yeah.
do. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh gosh, I wish I had some privacy,
Of course.
to like be alone with my husband or
And you're entitled to that. You have that every right to
totally.
have that. And hopefully you give I would assume that you probably have moments where you have like a family get together with just you and your husband and maybe your kids, maybe just you and your husband, whatever, have like a moment away to have some time for yourself. So I think the biggest thing that I want for you as your friend, as your best friend, is for you to always check in with yourself.
Yeah.
And this is why I love when I love my friends and I love people around me, especially that I know and care and appreciate. I check in on them. I call them, I send them a text.
You do.
I send you a
Really
text because
do.
I know you get busy and it's hard to
I
catch you
know.
on the phone.
No, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's even better to just call me because text,
Okay.
I might like look at it.
That's
and then
fair.
Just forget it.
Yeah.
I'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, I'll respond to him, and then someone gets hurt, or someone's like sticking a pencil in the other's
That's
eye.
fair.
Right?
That's
I'm like,
fair.
don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you call me, like I'll be able to at least pick up, be like, hey, I'm in a war zone. I'll call you back.
That's true. It's usually,
Right.
every time I call, you hear some sort of commotion in
Yes.
the round. And it could, we could be talking about the most like funniest thing, and then I can get like really, really angry because you're yelling at something at whatever's happening on the other side. But yeah, I do hope that you're taking time for yourself.
I am. I
Okay, good.
really am. I've made it a goal this year to prioritize me
Oh,
and my career.
high five.
I love you.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. So yeah, I just released a Persian single.
Woo,
a
shameless plug.
song.
Yes.
Woo. It's called Hala Bargard, which
Can you
means
say that one more time?
Hala Bargard.
Holo bad cat.
Hala
Holla
Bargard.
bad cat.
Yeah.
Interesting.
great.
What does it mean?
It means now come back.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll have to still I'll have to make a video for it, which
Like a
we're
music
working.
video?
Yes, we're working on it right now.
Ooh,
And
exclusive.
then yeah, and then I'll also do like a lyric translation video for it. So my non.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
See?
hello. Yes,
Wow.
this is my Instagram post.
Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Yes, yes, yes.
Everyone says that you're beautiful. Absolutely. Look at that.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm so
So I'm
proud of
excited.
you.
Thank you. So I'm excited. So I have this. I have another song that I'm working on right now, and then I have a cover. I have a Persian cover of Besame Mucho coming out too. So I'm excited to share that.
Bésame. There's a
Besame mucho. Yeah, there you go. In Farsi. Yeah.
in Farsi?
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
my
Yeah.
goodness.
So I'm really excited for that.
How does that translate into in Farsi?
It
Like, how do you
actually
say it?
so the guy who wrote the lyrics to this song
The
and
original?
well, no,
Oh.
to my song Hala
Oh,
Bargard
okay.
and to the next song,
Yeah.
he wrote the Persian lyrics to Besame Mucho too. And he just told me, he's like, I want you to sing it. I
Yeah.
think you would kill it.
Oh, absolutely you would.
I'm like, really? Thank you so much. So he gave it to me. And
Your voice is so it always like transcends everything for me. And I just there's like a sincerity in the way you sing and the way you tell stories through music. And that's I mean, for those of you that may not know, like I met Linda Nazi through music and through Nicholas. So Nicholas and I were working on a project and we needed somebody to kind of help us with something and then
I miss you, by the way.
yeah, we miss you,
Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Miss you so much. I know
It'd be
you're
fun-
busy being famous and
I know.
amazing. He's a playwright, amazing playwright.
Amazing playwright. Yeah.
Gosh.
We need to have both of us in a like we
I
gotta be in the
know.
other studio.
I know.
Because we need like an hour and a half.
We do. I think we would.
Yeah. But your voice has always been so meaningful to me.
Thank you so
And I love
much.
singing with you. I miss singing with you. I recall like playing 626 Night Market with you and
I know.
playing the wrong key,
Oh my gosh.
but she still slayed. Yeah.
But you know, all those moments. You remember? I mean, we've done shitty gigs.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've
We've
bombed
done completely
many
shitty
times.
gigs, right?
Oh my god.
Like where the sound was terrible, we played wrong keys,
Or no one pays attention
no
to
one
what
pays
yeah.
attention. But I'm realizing now that all those things were just practice. It's practice, you know. Singing at different restaurants where people don't pay attention to you, at bars, at like random gigs, like you
Mhm.
said, where nobody pays attention to you.
Mhm.
It's all a preparation to be ready for the big stage. And I've gotten to that point. Like if somebody calls me up and says, "Look, I have an opportunity for you. A big venue, 5,000 people, it's sold out and you need to come sing 3 of your songs or even cover songs." I'm ready. Like I know I can deliver. But that would have not been possible
Mm.
without those shitty gigs,
Mm.
you know?
It's so true.
Without shitty treatment. We'll talk about that for a second.
Yeah, please.
As a
please.
musician, right?
Oh
They
my
expect you to
God.
come and liven up their party, and they're like,
For little
"Oh,
to no money.
can you do it for $500?" I'm like, "No, it costs $500 to do my makeup and my hair and bring my gear,
Yes.
Alone.
Plus gas. Yeah. And getting
plus
across.
gas."
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Right? It's like that being underappreciated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah,
It is such a eye-opening experience to when you finally get to that moment. Because I bet this like young Nazi probably would have been dreaming about the day of performing on a stage like that. And now you're living it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm getting so close to it.
Yeah.
My goal in the next 5 years is to, mainly target the Persian market with Persian songs,
Yeah.
and have at least, so in the next 5 years, have at least like 30 songs.
Oh my God. That's so ambitious. I love it. Yeah.
I know it's a lot, but I already have 3.
That's true. It's 27 more to go.
27 more to go, and I think I can make it happen. And
I
to
know
go
you will
on
make
tour.
it happen.
I want to go on tour.
You want to say it to that camera?
I am going to go on tour. Manifesting it right now. I'm going to go on tour in 5 years with a specific fan base that I've created. So watch out,
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
guys.
I'm so excited for you.
Thank
Do you
you.
feel? Because forgive me for my own ignorance, but do you feel like Persian communities are represented in music and in media as much as you'd want them to be?
No. Did you see the new song that Ed Sheeran's coming out with?
No.
Azizam, beat or hit me on the floor tonight, something.
I might have heard it.
So Azizam means my love in Farsi. So he's coming out with a song with a Persian title.
Okay, we love Ed Sheeran.
Yes.
Yes.
Ed Sheeran, I love you.
Yes. Work with her. Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
That would be a collaboration, right?
And you'd be ready for that moment.
Oh,
honestly.
Totally,
Yeah.
totally ready. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's coming out soon?
That's coming out in April. But when I saw that, my mind was blown. I'm like, wow.
We need that.
We need that. And it makes me happy because it's representing my culture.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So the answer to your question, no, it hasn't been represented a lot, but it's getting there. It's getting there.
Like I can't even. I'm sad to say. Do I know any Persian American artists in American music right now? Like, can you name any?
No,
I
I'm
don't
trying
know.
to think. I mean, I know there's one. Is she in Sweden? Snow Allegra.
Oh.
I think she's half Persian or she's full Persian.
Interesting. Okay.
But what I'm hoping to do
Mhm.
is I'm hoping to fuse Persian and Western music together.
I love that because you
So
have to
that it can
bring.
exactly so that it could speak to both. But obviously, right now, my focus is to do the Persian music
Yes.
because I have a pretty good presence in the Persian market right now.
It's
'Cause
amazing.
there aren't a lot of female vocalists
Yeah.
that I know of that sing in Farsi that are very skilled.
Mm.
I would love to find some that I can even collaborate with, that I
Yeah.
can connect with.
Well, you can be the trailblazer,
Yeah,
and you can
so
break that glass ceiling and make it
yeah,
happen.
so hopefully I can find and connect with some fellow Persian vocalists, musicians.
consider that
Yes,
camera.
so if anyone is Persian and a musician, vocalist, hit me up. I'd love to collaborate. I'd love to just get together. I feel like there's so much jealousy
Yeah.
within our Persian community. It's rough. It's rough.
Oof.
It's heavily male dominated.
Mm.
Yes. So
You probably get a good portion of that being in that scene. You probably see how male dominated it is in that market.
oh yeah. I mean, I've been disrespected.
I remember you told me I was bringing
Oh,
up.
yeah.
We don't have to go into too much detail, but I remember that one
No,
gig.
but-
You were
Yep.
like shelved with like no pay, or like they didn't pay you on time, and you like berated them to pay you, and it just didn't happen. Or
There's yes, and you have to put your foot down, and you have to
speak up. You got to use your voice. Yeah.
You have to use your voice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think the way I was raised was it was looked at as rude to speak up or to put your foot down
Mm-hmm.
or to set a boundary, right? We were talking about that
Boundaries. Yes.
But that's not it at all. You know, if you know what you're skilled at and you know what you're doing, you can demand.
Say that again, please.
Yes.
Say that again.
If you know your skill, you know what you're good at, you can demand shit and you should do it. Don't feel bad for it. So if somebody approaches me and says, "Hey, I want you for a wedding. Can you come for a wedding?" I'll be like, "Yeah, this is my fee." And if they're like, "Oh, no, it's too much," you know what I say? I say, "I understand. I can refer you to someone else."
Oh. Yeah.
I'm not going to go for less than what I know
Your worth.
my worth
Oh,
is.
yes.
You know, because I'm not hungry to go entertain your guests. Right?
Yes.
And I feel like a lot of artists
There's
need to learn that.
there's so much power in that.
Yes.
In the way you deliver that, because I think, I mean, no, for me at one point that was hard for me to put my foot down. I there's gigs where I have to turn them down as well because they're not paying me what I'm worth. Okay. Yeah, I'm just okay, thank you for your time.
Totally.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes even when they give me a ridiculous amount,
Oh,
like this one lady, oh my gosh. She reached out to me. She's like, I want you and two musicians to
okay.
come and play at a party. And our budget is 800. I was like, I was like, respectfully, minimum charge for this minimum
Minimum.
is 3,000. Minimum. Now, if you can't do that, that's fine. If you have a budget of 800, if you want to pay me 800, I'd rather come and play a free gig for you.
Yes.
And mind you, she lives in a $20 million house.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah, I love because I think it's important to speak to artists out there
Yeah.
specifically. Like, please, please do not sell yourself short. Some of y'all out there have such incredible talent and
Mhm.
you are lowballing yourself. Do
Yes.
not play the $250 gigs for 3 hours. That is fucking insane.
Yes.
I used to play downtown for $150 for 3 hours
I know.
with 2 breaks.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but the exposure. Fuck exposure. Exposure doesn't pay the fucking bills,
Exactly.
especially in this economy.
Exactly. Exactly. And I've done those gigs too. You know that.
Yes.
I've done those too.
Yeah.
And two things happen. One, you buck it up for other musicians when you do that. Because when you, as a musician who is charging the appropriate price, goes to an owner of a place and give your price, they say, oh, you know what? The other guy only charged 150.
Yep.
Okay. And secondly, you don't find joy in performing anymore when your art is not being appreciated. Right?
You don't find joy in your art anymore. If what does it say again?
If your art is not being appreciated, you don't find joy in performing. Now, let me tell you, if there's a huge concert, okay, with a big artist, okay, like this one that I recently did.
Okay.
His name is the Shaheen Najafi, amazing artist. I love him so much.
Mhm.
I admire him, his work ethic,
Mhm.
the way he doesn't give a shit. I told him to. I said, what I love about you is that you don't give a shit what people think and
You're
say.
Unapologetically.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
Now, he paid me to perform with him. But if he would have said, I don't have money to pay you, I would have still performed with him. Because of the artist, not because of exposure.
Sure.
It has nothing to do with exposure. That's a
Yeah.
different, separate issue.
Yeah.
But because I genuinely respect him as an artist, I love his music. And it was just like I was on cloud 9 performing with him. Like that energy.
That's the joy.
That's the joy.
payoff for you. Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Because I was appreciated and I added something to his live show.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? But he paid me, which was great.
That's great.
It's wonderful.
Yeah.
And there might be something coming out
Oh,
soon.
That's not the
Maybe.
tease. I have no idea. I could probably weasel it out of her, but I know just as much as y'all do.
Yes, it seems like we're gonna be working on some music together.
Gosh.
So
Please
yeah.
remember me when you're like famous and
Oh my God, I
rich and
would
living in a
never
$20 million house. And,
dude, before I buy a $20 million house, I'll make sure my friends and family are taken care of.
oh my God, what are you gonna get? For
I don't
me?
need a $20 million house.
That's the thing. Okay, so let me just talk about money for just a moment because I'm quickly realizing that like I don't, as much as I want like be wealthy and rich and like have so much money that you just don't know what to do with it and give it to everyone you like whatever.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to live comfortably enough to know that I can pay my bills. And I'm happy to announce, and this is a humble brag for me, that since December of last year, leading up to now, it's now March, I've been able to like sufficiently pay all my bills on time and have a little extra money for me and for whatever leisure.
Great.
And I'm sitting in a place that's more comfortable financially than ever before. I even just got another
Wonderful.
paycheck that came in today, so the money is coming. I didn't even do anything today.
That's great.
So celebrate those little victories. And
Definitely.
yeah, not that I don't, somebody wants to hand me thousands and thousands of dollars. That's a different question. But you know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
I just want to be able to live comfortably and be able to pay my bills, but then also help my parents in any way that I can, you know?
Absolutely. Yes. I
So,
mean, we all are, right?
yeah.
We all are. And like you said, more money doesn't really mean happiness, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For me personally, the money is to live comfortably, especially having kids,
Yeah.
they cost money.
Yeah.
But to also enable me to fund my career. Because it's like a business. You have
It
to
is a
pump
business.
in
It's not like a business. It is a
it
business.
it
Yeah.
is a business.
Yes.
Right, like you said. You have to pump in the money and nurture it
Mhm.
so that you can get a return on it, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't happen. No one's going to come and do it for you. No one's going to come and rescue you out of the situation and be
Mm.
like, oh, this is not the 80s, 70s, where some producer comes and be like, oh, I'm going to make you a star,
Yeah.
baby. Right? That shit doesn't exist anymore. Like Celine Dion's story, right? She found her husband when she was like really young and he was the producer and
Yeah.
he helped her.
Yeah.
And that, I feel like that does not happen anymore.
No.
Right? So you just got to do it yourself. And you have to find enjoyment in the process,
Mm.
right? Like me coming here today, like I'm just so excited to be able to do this with you.
Mm.
How many people can say like, oh, I'm going to record a podcast with my best friend? I can say that. Suck on that, bitches.
Yeah. No, it's so true. It's so
Yeah.
true. Yeah. And these opportunities are, I've been, watching your own career, and I'm so proud of you. I don't know if I ever told you this, but
You have.
I'm so proud of
Yeah.
you, what you've accomplished. All teary-eyed.
Stop, I have
But
makeup
I
on.
know, stop, I know. But it is just so amazing to see how far you've come, because I know you've been down in the depths where you're like, Linda, I don't know how I'm gonna pay this next thing. I don't know how I'm gonna like make it through. You've literally had to move houses like back and forth.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure you lived at every single house on that fucking block because you moved from like one side of the street to the other, and then the other side, and it's just the most. I remember one time I was driving, I was like, where do you live now? She's like, the same house, but like on the other side.
Like which street again?
Yeah, you just hopped around in that same neighborhood.
Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough. But I feel like a lot of people struggle.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people struggle. But not enough people talk about it.
Mm.
Especially living in Orange County.
Oh.
It's like keeping up with the Joneses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, they have this car, they have this house, and they're going on this vacation. They're doing that. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like, we're able to spend time with our kids,
Yeah.
which I'm very grateful for. And we're just grinding, hustling.
I love that you always brought it back to being grateful for something.
Yeah.
Gratitude is so huge. And I've been listening to a lot of other podcasts, and there was one particular episode where they were talking about like reframing your brain and
Mhm.
changing that mindset. And
Mhm.
so you always bringing it back to gratitude, being like, okay, I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful that my parents are here. They're alive. They're breathing. That reframes your brain. It creates a neural pathway in your brain to recognize all of the good things.
Exactly.
Because if you ruminate over the negative stuff and be like,
Mhm.
oh my God, this is shitty. I'm not making money that I should be making. I'm a horrible mother. Then your brain is going to find every single reason around life to
Mhm.
fuel that same narrative.
Yep. It's the law of attraction.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
So when you see somebody who's like in a shitty mood, okay, this is like a very simplified version of it, but they're in a shitty mood and they're just moping around and they're just like,
We just
yeah,
mirrored
we
each
just
other.
did it at the same time. Wow.
We're actors.
I know.
Cast us.
Cast us together.
Yeah.
And they're just moping around and they're like, oh, the world is out to get me. Everything is shitty and I hate my life. Do you want to be around them?
No,
Do you want to give them opportunities?
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
They're energy suckers.
Yes. But if you see somebody who, despite of very difficult situations they're in, they might be evicted or they might not have paid their car payments or their insurance payments for a few months.
Mhm.
They're still optimistic, hardworking, happy, trying to be happy. You're more likely to open some paths for them, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we need to do. And it goes back to the phrase of fake it
Till you make it. Yeah. Solomon's nodding his head back to be like, yeah, preach.
sure
like,
am.
absolutely.
We've all been through that, yeah.
Fake
Fake
it. Hey, hey.
Uh.
Fake it till you make it.
What's the
I own
Farsi
all
version?
recording rights to any songs made today.
What's that?
I said I own all recording rights.
He's already putting his business. He's like, just by the
Yes,
way, all
yes.
royalties to Solomon. Yeah, we gotta write again, honestly.
We really do. And I feel
Yes.
like my creativity has just been stumped for the past few years
Yeah.
just because of life
Yeah.
and all these things that we
But
just
let's
talked about.
but let me just talk about that for a moment, because I know you, in some ways, you felt like, because there was a moment in your life
Mhm.
where when you had you had children,
Mm.
and you were like, Linda, I just feel so like completely creatively unfulfilled. Like I want to get back to music, but I'm so tired.
Yeah.
And now you're able to do both of these things, and that is such a gift. And I want you to just
Absolutely.
recognize just how far you've come. And again, it's such a gift to be able to do this, because
Mm.
I can almost like guarantee that Nazi from like 3 years ago would like, if she's looking at Nazi now, she'd be like, oh my God, look at her.
Totally. I mean, all the hardships, all the difficulty that I've gone through in the past 6, 7 years, sometimes I ask myself, like, why do I have to go through this?
Mm.
I used to ask myself, but now I'm starting to realize that if it wasn't for those hardships, I wouldn't be where I am now. Because what happens when you're put under pressure? You find ways to relieve that pressure,
Yeah.
right? You find ways to get out of the situation, to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I've been doing. Just using my skill as a singer, as a vocalist, as an artist, as a teacher, like my teaching position at Actors Studio of Orange County.
Yeah.
If you would have told me 4 years ago that you would be teaching acting, I'd be like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about teaching acting? Right? Like, I want to act. Why do I want to teach acting? And yet it has become one of the most fulfilling parts of my week, of my life,
Wow.
is teaching these classes and seeing how I can help other actors become better actors. And seeing them book stuff.
Oh,
and
hell
like,
yeah.
like, fuck yeah, you did that. And they tell me, they're like, no, it was you. You helped me. I'm like, no. I just supported you a
Oh,
little.
yeah.
I was just a little
But that's
cloud.
such a high. That's such a high.
It's such a high for me. Like, I've come to realize, like, I love coaching. I love coaching. I love teaching.
just acting, or like music, or like,
Acting,
or just teaching
voice
in general.
too. I love teaching voice, but teaching, like coaching somebody through like a monologue
Mm.
or a scene, that's just completely different, because I'm able to help you see it from a different perspective.
Mhm.
You know?
I'm gonna book you for a session.
Yes, book me.
What are your
I will
rates?
help you. For you, it's free. It's 150 an hour.
Oh my God. As you should. As you should. No, that's so great.
Yes, well, I do work with people. Like, especially since I know what a struggle it is to be an artist and make money. I have my rates, but I will work with you.
Yeah.
Like, if you tell me, Nazi, I really, really want this. I really want you to help me out
Mm-hmm.
and you to coach me.
Mm-hmm.
But this is all I can do. I'll do it for you.
Yeah. Because you've been there. You understand what it's like to be. in
Absolutely.
the-
And I've had people, I've had mentors, coaches, teachers be there for me
Mhm.
and guide me through things and do things for me when I couldn't pay them. And I will never forget that. And so I'm just trying to pay it forward.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So if y'all want some acting, oh, hello. Hi.
Oh, that's me. Yeah,
Look
so
at that.
this is me with one of my fellow teachers, David. Yeah. We did the scene and my husband actually filmed it for us. This was in my kitchen.
That's your kitchen?
That's my kitchen.
See, fake it till you make it. I
Fake
would have
it.
guessed that's a big fucking Hollywood studio. He's also giving like Chris Stapleton.
It's very moody.
It's
Very moody.
fantastic.
This was fun. This was fun to shoot for sure.
You know what it feels like? I feel like you're in like a big multi-million-dollar movie, and I'm like the interviewer, and I'm like, so tell us about this scene. Like, what was that like?
Well,
stepping
this
into
cost
that?
a lot of money. In between takes, my children would get up and scream, so I had to go get. I had to go shush them back to sleep.
You know what? It takes a
I'd be like,
village.
David, I'm sorry. Hold on.
But like,
Again.
no, but it's funny because like, did you watch the Oscars?
I did not. No.
Okay, but there's a shift happening in Hollywood right now
Okay.
where majority of those films that were nominated for
Mhm.
Oscars were independently.
No way.
Yes, they were independently funded. I think Honora, which won Best Picture, was independently funded, and people
Really?
are like they're like super excited, especially independent filmmakers. They're like, shit, we actually have a chance because
Yeah.
I think we're really shifting out of the big conglomerate. I mean, obviously we still have the big corporate,
Right.
movie studios, but there's a love for independent films right now, independent filmmakers. So if you are out there, independent filmmakers, actors, act in independent films because you just never know. It could literally
Wow.
change your life.
That's so great to hear.
Yeah.
That is so wonderful to hear. I mean, I know the Snow White movie. Is it coming out? Or did
It already
come
came out.
It already came out.
Disney, yeah.
Everyone's like complaining about it, and there's so much.
Oh,
I
really?
haven't seen it. and
I haven't seen it.
Really.
People were complaining about it like before
know.
it even like dropped,
I know.
but people
They
will
say
still-
it bombed already. But
It
Yeah.
bombed?
That's what I
that's what
heard.
they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
like it
Rachel.
cost so much money to make it, but it didn't make even a portion of it back, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah. So it's.
Well, it had a lot of backlash from the start, and people weren't happy with the casting, and then they also weren't happy with the actress and how
Mhm.
she talked back. She was like, I don't know. It's here, neither there. But what
Yeah. It's just those productions on a huge scale
absolutely.
that are just targeted
Yeah.
for a specific purpose.
Yeah.
It's not really, in my opinion, it's not really for creative purposes. It's to make money.
Oh, absolutely. Because it's an original idea that was already created. And
Exactly.
we're seeing a lot of that happen because I mean, I work in a movie studio,
Mhm.
and we see a lot of remakes, a lot of reboots
Yes.
because they know that formula works. People are afraid to put new ideas. And this is why it's so important, hi, as artists, that you make sure that your voice gets heard.
Yes.
Share your stories, share your art, because we're running out of original ideas.
Yes, I agree with you. Completely agree with you. This is why I try to support my friends or people that I know that are doing like indie films, um, because it's needed.
Yeah.
We need it
Yeah.
for sure.
And I would hate to live in a world where all you see around you is remake after remake. I mean, those are great.
Just like
Reboots are great
commercial
to see that,
stuff.
but it
Yeah.
becomes like a money grab for these
Exactly.
these projects. So please, whatever medium you work in, or that you function in, film, TV, whatever art, share it.
Yes.
Write that fucking song.
Yeah.
Release that fucking song, even if it sucks. Because
Talking
remember,
about releasing songs, we have a song that we need to release.
oh, which one?
Eventually.
Eventually, it's been 7.
So it's
8
been 8 years, guys. My song called Eventually, which Michael actually helped me write.
That's
Michael
right.
and Nicholas.
Yes.
It's still not released.
That's
So
the
coming up
irony of
soon.
it is it's called Eventually, and it,
It's called Eventually. It's never going to be released. Eventually.
you'll hear the
The
song.
My Lord.
Well, you're still in your Persian era. Maybe do the Farsi. We'll do like an English
even
version
know
and then a
what
Farsi version. Either way, I just want to write with you again, and we need.
I
to,
would love
we need
to.
to book another session.
I already like have, because when I met you, I was more like in my like depressive era.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, my heart is broken.
Yeah, 'cause I played my sad song called "I Try."
Oh my God, that's
that I wrote with Nicholas. He was my co-writer, and real quickly, Nazi was in the room, and we were just she was like, "I want to hear your song." I was like, "Yeah, let's play." We didn't even think it was that good. We're just
and
like,
it wasn't
whatever.
even finished yet.
It wasn't even finished yet,
Yeah.
and we played the whole song, and I thought it sounded horrible. We look over, and she is
So they're like trying to figure out the chords, right? They're
Yeah.
like,
A minor.
I tried to get away,
but you always feel me in. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're like trying to figure out, and they're like, no, this is wrong. And then they stop for a second and they look to the corner of the room, and I'm literally in the corner, like hugging my knees. I'm like, is so beautiful. And they're like, are you okay?
Yo.
Like, yes.
Mind you, this is like one of my first impressions of you. I'm like, I don't
Yeah, this
know.
was like one of our first, interactions because we were rehearsing for something. We were rehearsing for a show that we were in, and you guys, it was like a break or after we were done rehearsing.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was pretty, like, now that we think back on it, because I went through a really bad breakup
Mm-hmm.
during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that song just like spoke to my soul.
Yeah.
And that's why it made me cry. And they were like, are you okay? And they both left the guitar and they came to me and I'm like, yeah,
And that's when I knew we
fine.
were
I'm
going to be
like-
the bestest of friends.
Yeah. And I'm like, just promise me you're gonna finish that song.
And we did. And that really was like the catalyst.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I started releasing music is because of that song.
Yeah.
At that song, I played it online. People were all like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then, hearing NASI respond to it in real life, that made me realize, I'm like, oh shit, I actually have something to say as an artist, as a singer.
Totally.
And my story is worth being heard and told.
Absolutely.
And so I listened to that voice that said, release it. And I did. And look where it's taken me now. So,
Great. I'm so proud of you.
well, thanks.
Really, I admire everything that you do and this podcast and your music and your acting and
Oh, thank you.
everything. And that commercial that you did, I was so proud of
Man,
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
Solomon's really proud of me. I think he thinks it's my best work. Yeah. And hopefully looking for the next booking wherever that is.
Yes, it'll happen. Just
yeah.
put it out there. Put it out there.
Okay. I'll put it out there right now. I'm pinned for something right now.
Yes.
I don't know yet. So it's March 26th, 2025
Go Mike.
right now. And I'm pinned. That means kids, for those that mean like back in the day, we had bulletin boards where they literally pin your picture onto a thing. And I'm probably taking a risk saying this out loud, but fuck it. The booking's coming. The money's already coming. I know
Yes.
it's on the way. Fuck
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So.
Do it.
I felt like that was appropriate.
Not the pew, 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 pew. Yes, and you got a future film coming out
Yes.
soon. Pew, 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 pew.
Sure, why not?
God. Sure, why not? I love it. Yeah, so I'm excited for this film. So we'll see.
God.
Yeah, we'll see. It was very well written, very well done. Cinematography seems to be pretty amazing. So it's supposed to be done in May, June. Screening is going to be
goodness.
around that time.
Hopefully we're invited to the screening.
Yes, I hope so too. So we'll see.
Okay.
I hope I'm.
I'll be your
invited. I
plus
should be.
1, 2, or 3.
One-
How many
1, 2.
tickets you get?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, I'm excited.
So,
we'll see.
you have
Yes.
music coming, you have acting coming. You are just radiating and
Thank you.
like overflowing with so much beautiful art and
you.
stories. And I
Thank
look at
you.
you and I just get inspired.
Oh,
I want to go home and start writing.
I know.
And-
Me too.
Yeah.
And I already have an idea like which direction I want to go
Good.
with music,
Oh my God.
like with writing with you and
Oh my God.
producing.
Yes.
Mhm.
Any last things you want to share with me or with our viewers and listeners as well before
Well,
we wrap up?
I just want to say thank you again for having me. This is so fun.
Season 2, episode 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make this a great season, and I already have some ideas of who you can have on here.
Oh, please.
Like the friends that I told you about, like they're making movies
Yes.
and working, and I think
Yeah.
they would be great to have on here too.
Yeah.
We should do one with Nicholas for sure.
Absolutely. Solomon booked the calendar for a day this year to have Nicholas and Nazi
Yes.
on that because there's another studio. On the
Yeah,
side.
yeah, a
Sure,
little bit
yeah.
bigger.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
And to our listeners and viewers, yeah, like I said, fake it till you make it. Don't think that it's too late because it's never too late.
Mhm.
And you're not supposed to be finding anything specific. Finding your voice and finding yourself is just you doing what you believe in and putting yourself and your art out there without giving a shit what people think. I think that's a very important thing to keep in mind. If you don't care about what people think, you're already halfway there.
Mm.
So,
Oh my God.
mhm.
You are a teacher.
I totally am a coach. Totally. Very, very coachy.
Yeah.
It's like an audition, right?
yes.
Like when you go into an audition, you're like, hi,
Oh my God, I'm looking at myself right now.
I
This is my early days
I'm gonna be reading for the role of, student. As opposed to you walk in and you think about, oh, I don't give a shit. They're lucky to have me. Hi, my name is Nazi and I'll be reading for the role of student.
Cast her right there
Yeah.
off that slate. Bum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just confident.
It's I will the thing that like comes to mind is the two words, be yourself, which is one of the most
Mhm.
hardest things to do as an actor. But I'm
Oof.
realizing I know what that means now.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. I now can walk into rooms, I can sit in front of a camera
Mm.
like this, completely be myself
Yeah.
and unapologetically. And
Yes.
that is so much more fun than having to put on a face of like, maybe this is what they like. Okay, let me stand over here because this is a lot more pleasing for my head. What
I
the
just
fuck?
Yes, I just had a conversation. I don't know how much time we have.
Yeah, you keep going.
Okay.
3 minutes.
Okay, great. So I just had this conversation with this filmmaker yesterday. We're in talks about my music video, and
Mhm.
hopefully he'll be able to help me.
Mhm.
But he pointed something out. He said you could go either direction with your music and your music videos. You either are going to please people, try to please people,
Mhm.
and try to gain a fan base that way, or you're just going to do your own thing and create your
Mhm.
own fan base, which it might take a little bit longer, but it's going to be something that you believe in, that you love to do, and that's you.
Yeah.
So I think that's very important.
It's so
Be
good.
yourself.
I need to have you on again because there's so much to
I'm
unpack here.
down.
But we are out of time, unfortunately. I want to thank you all for listening, and for those of you watching, we appreciate y'all. Whether you're a loyal Finding Your Voice listener or a new listener, we welcome you to this community. Thank you so much. We are excited to continue on with season 2. We're gonna have amazing guests. I mean,
Woohoo!
if this is how we're kicking off season 2, baby,
Go season 2.
look out for us. Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. But thank you for listening. Shout out to Solomon on the ones and twos.
Woo!
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember that you have a story worth telling and a voice worth sharing. We'll see you next time.